evening, everyone. This is Ricky Wilson. Starting a new video series right now, and we're just really looking to help some folks impact some lives of people, both directly and indirectly. Right now, I have a life mission right now to impact the lives of 21 million people, both directly and indirectly. And I always say to everyone, and everyone that's joining me for the first time, I want to tell you, you know what? Congratulations, champion. You've made it to the future. Welcome to the first day of the best days of your life. Your best days lie before you and not behind you. Well, today just happens to be March the 13th, 2013. Today we were invited to be a part of an amazing opportunity, if you will, to be on a platform and share the platform with some of the greatest speakers in the Northeast region, and then also eventually with some of the greatest speakers from the West Coast over to the Northeast region. And I'm telling you, it's just absolutely exciting to have the opportunity. One, to stand before I had to go and be in the room with these folks, and to get a chance to get up and share. Well, look, today I prepared a message for them, and today we just didn't, it wasn't that forum. That wasn't the forum today. It wasn't a forum for us to actually share the message. But I did prepare something. And so since I did prepare it, I figured, you know what, why not give this to as many people as will push play or share this video. Now, and we're going to tell you a story, if you will, about something that that really impacted my life. Okay, just reading this story from my favorite book. Okay, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this story and tell you, you know what, I'm just really wanting to offer you some hope. Okay, offer you something that just might help you to realize your dreams, realize that goal that you had that you kind of like laid down to the side, or realize that thing that you may be pushing towards right now. You may be incurring some obstacles, and some things are coming against you right now, and it seems as if you're not ever going to obtain that thing that you're seeking after. But I want to let you know today that you can have it. You can have that thing that you're holding on to, that thing that you've laid hold to with your hope and your belief. That thing right there you can have, because listen, they say faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so listen, if you don't see it yet, then you're operating in faith. Once you've obtained that thing, no longer are you in faith concerning that thing, because you've obtained it. Okay, and so that's why in my favorite book, it talks about something you may understand, you may not understand. It talks about faith. It says we go from faith to faith, meaning that we're constantly believing something that has not yet been obtained. Okay, then say we go from glory to glory, and glory to glory, we go from one experience to another. We go from one level of experience, and it's seeking to get a certain level of fulfillment out of an experience, to, you know, seeking a greater level of fulfillment in that experience. And I'm telling you, you know, I'm excited for your life, because I believe this message right here is timely, because some people have been going through some things. You've been diligent, you've been seeking, you've been pushing towards some things, and they're just not happening for you. And I'm telling you right now, those things will happen. You have to remain persistent. What you have to do is be in faith constantly, continuous belief, continuous faith, believing that things are going to happen for you, believing that things are going to open for you, believing that change is come in your life. And if you will just take the time to constantly, consistently believe, I'm telling you, the Lord, your God, your Creator, will provide that thing for you. Okay, now the story that I'm going to talk about today, just here briefly, just be before you just a few minutes, it's the story in my favorite book. Okay, my favorite book just happened to be a compilation of books in the Bible. Okay, the Bible just happened to be a compilation of 6 books. It's my favorite collection of books. Okay, I really like it. I'm not an expert on it. Read it a few times. I just understand a couple stories, and I know there's some great life lessons. Some people say the Bible is the basic instructions before leaving earth. I mean, great. Okay, I believe the Bible it just has some great stories in it, and there's nothing that you can go through in your life that you can't find some understanding, if you will, from the Bible. Okay, so we're going to talk real briefly about the story. If you're going to succeed in life, Okay, if you're going to win in life, if you're going to go to places you've never been, if you're going to obtain that dream, that goal, that thing that you're seeking after, if you're going to attain that, you're going to have 3 eyes. Okay, there are going to be 3 eyes that are important. Okay, 3 eyes that are important for you to make that happen. Okay, and you're going to find them wrapped up in the story. This story is about a young lady, a certain lady that they said in those times, they used the language and verbiage that said that she had an issue of blood. She had a bleeding problem. She had blood. She kept bleeding. She bleeded continuously. There was no way to stop her bleeding. They said she had an issue of blood for the greater portion of 12 years. It said that this woman had been to many practitioners. She had been to many experts, many doctors, and sought to find an answer, an antidote, a healing, a fix, if you will, for her issue of blood. So she went around and she never was able to find anybody, but she found out that there was a healer in town. And she said, you know what, if I can just touch, if I can touch the hem of his garment, I can be made whole. And she touched the hem of his garment, and in the book it tells us that immediately the blood stopped. Immediately the bleeding stopped. Immediately she was made whole. Now there's another part of the story, but we're not going in there. But what we're going to focus in on is there was 3 important things that this young lady did that she had in her possession that really helped her to obtain what it was that she was looking for. Okay, she had 3 eyes. Okay, there was 3 eyes. All right, the 3 eyes is this. The first thing that this woman had in her head was an image. Okay, she put an image in her mind. She imagined herself being made whole. Now, she had to do this since the beginning, okay, because it says that she's had this issue for 12 years, and she's constantly went to doctor after doctor after doctor to seek remedy to find out if she could be made whole. She had an image. She had an image in her mind, and because that image was in her mind, she was relentless in the pursuit of being made whole. Now, she had the image in her mind. It's the first eye. Write that down. If you're writing things down, write down she had an image. What is your image? What image do you have in your mind? See, most of the time what we do is, and you see that I haven't spent much time on it, it says she had an issue of blood. Now, what we'll find out in this story that is her focus was not on her issue. Her focus was on her image. Okay, the person that focuses on their issue, they remain sick. The person that focuses now on being made whole in this particular instance, this person constantly pursued for 12 long years being made whole. What is that thing? What is your whole? What is being whole? What's your image of you being whole in life? What's your image of success and significance in your life? What is your image? What is the image that you have in your mind? What is it that you have in your mind, that goal, that person that you picture yourself being? My mentor, a gentleman says this, he said, you know what, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. All throughout the good book that we read, we call the Bible, we call it the good book. All throughout that book, he always painted pictures. He never not painted pictures to people. Okay? He never not painted pictures. He painted pictures to Adam and Eve. He painted pictures to Abraham. He said, you know, you see the stars in the sky. Do you see the stars in the sky? That's how great the number of your descendants will be. Images. What is your image? Is your issue your image? If your issue is your image, you will become your issue. If your issue is your image, you will become your issue. But if your image is you being made whole, your image is that thing that you've been seeking for, that thing being accomplished. If your image is that thing being accomplished, guess what? That's what you'll continue to move for. And you start to have this thing that I call an if I. This is the second one. Write it down. If I. She had an if I. She said, if I could just touch, if I could get to this place, if I could just get this to happen, and it wasn't an if somebody gave me $1 million, or no, she didn't have no wish. She had a direct thing. What she did is this. She had an image, then she put herself in the atmosphere, and she had an if I could, I'm in the atmosphere, I'm where it's happening at. I realized that they say this guy can heal people. I'm where it's happening at. If if I could just get to the place where it's happened, if I could, I'll tell you what she didn't expect to happen when this issue started. Many times you had issues. You started on a route to goal. You went to college, or you did this, or you went and got the degrees after degree after degree, and you saw fulfillment in a letter and a piece of paper. You went and got married 7, 8 times because you sought to be fulfilled in marriage. You went and did this because you sought to be. You did that because you sought, and you just kept going through this and that and this and that, and constantly doing different things because you're seeking to get that thing that you're seeking after. You're seeking to be made whole. And sometimes right now people will tell you to give up because you tried so hard. They're telling you right now to give up on your dreams. Lose your dreams. Lose your hope. Why are you dreaming? Why are you still believing? It hasn't worked for you yet. For you people that's been involved in different opportunities, you've tried this opportunity and that opportunity and that opportunity. You tried this opportunity. I tried that thing. I tried those things before and none of them worked. You just didn't try. You didn't find the right one. You just ain't pushed the right button. You ain't said the right yes. You haven't checked the right block. You haven't paid the full price, if you will. So a lot of times we think that it's going to happen by us putting our money out there and us paying for this and paying for this and paying for that and paying for this. But God is He's just preparing you. How bad do you want it? How much do you want it? What are you willing to go through to get that dream, to accomplish that dream, to fulfill that goal, to fulfill that mission in life? What are you willing to do? I know my mission in life is to impact the lives, both indirectly and directly, of 21 million people. Spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. We've been through some things, and we've had followings, and then we didn't have following. We've sought it here, we sought it there, we sought it in ministry, we sought it here. We thought we'd be fulfilled at this church, we thought we'd be fulfilled in this relationship, we thought we'd be fulfilled in this place. But we know the end state is the impacting the lives of millions of people. So what we can't do is we can't stop because we got this picture of many people being impacted by the fact that we continued going. By the fact that you continue going. Will you continue to go? If I could just touch, if I could just get to that place, if I could just get there, I realize that this is it. If I could just do it this time, if I could just get it right this time, if I could just make it this time. This woman never pictured in her mind that she would be at such a frail state when she finally realized the power, when she finally realized how to plug into the source of her own power. She probably never thought that she would be in a state where she would be on the ground, knocked down in the crowd of people where it's crowded and everybody's beckoning for attention. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. She never probably thought that she would be in that position where she's squirming through the crowd and she's fighting her way through there. She's frail and she's weak in her body, and she finds her way through there, and she says with her frailness, if I can just touch. Do you have an if I? And the third eye is this. She said, if I can just touch the hem of his garment. The third eye is this, is I can. She said, I can be made whole. I can lay hold of the thing that I've kept in my head all this time, that I've went through all this turmoil, all these obstacles, all these setbacks. I can hold this thing in my head. I can finally see what I saw. That thing that I saw in my head now is made real in front of me. This is what I've been looking for the whole time. This is what, don't give up in the middle of your search. Don't stop in the middle of your search. You guys are pulling a lot from me today because I can feel the hopeless, and I see hopelessness every day. I see people walking around hopeless every day, sad, despondent, brokenhearted, let down, discouraged, pushed down, ostracized, set aside, pink slipped, fired, let down, battered, bruised, beat up. And I want to tell you, and I feel this I feel it in me today. And I didn't expect things to go this way as we're talking today, because I really just want to encourage you today. She said, I can be what I've been seeking to become. Why? Because she got her belief in check. She grabbed that image. She grabbed that image. She laid hold of that image. She concentrated on that image. I can see 12 long years, thousands and thousands of dollars, many and many of buckets of tears. I can see this woman right here in pain, fighting for her life, fighting to be made whole. Are you willing to fight to be made whole, so that when you see that which you sought, that you can say, as this woman said in her frailest point, in her lowest point, when it seemed as if there was no chance, there was no hope, there was no coming out, this woman said, I can be made whole. I know you've been through a whole lot. I know you tried a lot of different things. Okay. I know it seems like nothing's going to work. But I'm going to tell you today, as I look in this camera, as I look in your eyes, as you look in my eyes, I see your tears. I see them. I see your tears. I feel them. I feel your tears. Many of you will watch this years from now, 2 years from now, days from now. But I feel your tears. I see your tears. I hear your cry. And because of your crying, because of your tears, because of your diligence, because you're constantly, consistently, continuously seeking, this message is for you. And I want you to believe that if you can get your 3 eyes right, if you can get your 3 eyes, if you can get that image, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. If you can get that you get something to connect your belief with. Connect your belief. Find something to latch hold onto. Find something. Find a connector that connects what's inside of you with what's in. Oh my God! Find something that connects something that's inside of you with what you're seeking for, with something tangible. You have to find something tangible. Put yourself in an environment, in a place. Put yourself in a place. Okay, put yourself in a place, in the atmosphere where you can find something to latch your faith, your belief, hold on to. All right? And then, despite the pain, despite the rocky path, you move towards that dream, that vision. You move towards it. Again, this has been a pleasure to share this time with you. I thank God for you. You are amazing. You're wonderful. And again, because you've selected to watch this video and you're seeing what we're doing in the beginning. You're seeing this thing in the beginning. This is just the beginning, okay? You're seeing this thing in the beginning. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the future. And guess what? Welcome to the first day of the best days of your life. Again, this is Ricky Wilson with the mission to impact the lives of 21 million people, directly and indirectly, mentally, physically, financially, and more importantly, spiritually. All is one. All came from one.